Hey guys, how's it going? So I hope you're having a good day today, and I hope all is going well with you. So for today's video, I was gonna do a radio story, but for today's video instead, I thought I would do an update on two radio stations that are not too far from me. And that's WBNO 100.9 FM, which is known as B100.9 with the classic rock format, and WQCT 1520am and 96.9 or 96.5 FM. 96.5 is a translator for 1520 AM. And both these stations are located in Bryan, Ohio. And if you're not familiar with Bryan, Ohio, that's spelled Bryan. And it's in Williams County, which is the most northwest county in northwest Ohio. It borders Indiana and it borders Michigan. Now, let's see, it borders Steuben County, Indiana, and it borders, it borders Hillsdale County, Michigan. I believe it's Hillsdale, and maybe part of Lenawee County. So anyway, WBNO and WQCT unfortunately fell victim to a fire a little while back. The entire building that housed WBNO and WQCT studios was completely destroyed. Everything was a total loss. If you see the pictures on Facebook, it's pretty bad. I mean, everything is completely gone. And, that's really, really unfortunate. Because that's a local broadcaster. That isn't a mega conglomerate like iHeart or Cumulus or something like that. The good news is the owners are bound and determined to rebuild and to get back on the air as soon as possible. And it appears they're already in the process of doing that. And it might happen. As of this video, it's possible it might happen within the next month to 6 weeks. Now, there were pictures on Facebook, and it looks like they've got a temporary studio getting set up. And it looks like a trailer, or what it also looks like is like a trailer that could be used for a portable classroom. I don't know if any of you guys, when you were going to school, if your school had portable classrooms. I know 2 schools that I went to did. And they were basically like trailers, and you would have to go outside and sometimes through the rain in order to go to a certain class. So that's kind of what looks like what WBNO and WQCT are doing. And that's a good thing. And I'm glad to see that they're bound and determined to get back on the air, because some other broadcasters, in my opinion, probably would have given up. But they've made it pretty clear, the day after the fire, they made it pretty clear that they're not giving up, that they're going to rebuild the building and put everything back the way it was. Now, let's see. 100.9 has been classic rock since the early 2010s. I believe they were an adult contemporary station before that, also using the B100.9 name. And WQCT, I think that's been a few different things, but it was oldies, but then it kind of shifted to classic hits. So they sell the 2 stations kind of together, which, makes sense. Because also, not too far away, you also have, in the general area, you have WMTR 96.1, which is in Archbold, Ohio, which is Fulton County, which is next to Williams County. And then you have 104.5 WLZZ, Z104.5, which is a country station. And those stations are owned by separate owners. They're not owned by the same people. But all those stations, that's a pretty good example of small town radio. And I've always found small town radio actually to be more interesting than like some of the radio in some of the major cities. Because usually small town radio, that's where the local ownership still is. So you're going to get a local feel to it. At times you're going to get local hosts, community calendars, high school sports, stuff like that. I mean, the kind of stuff to me that makes radio interesting and makes radio fun. And over-the-air radio is kind of in a hard place right now, like satellite radio, listening to podcasts, listening to radio stations, streaming online has become kind of the new thing. But if you live in a small town, I mean, your local radio station is still kind of a place to tune, like if you want to hear something local that's going on, if there's severe weather going on, stuff like that. It can still be kind of the pulse of a small town. And that can make things interesting. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for WBNO and WQCT to be back on the air, but it looks like they've made some moves to make that happen as soon as they possibly can. And fortunately, they can get their studio rebuilt as soon as possible and get on with things and just get back to normal. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And as always, guys, have a great rest of your day.